Now, I'm extremely reluctant in making this video. I don't really want to make it. And I've done my best in recent times to not continue talking about the very present division in the MRM, or whatever you want to term it. I have never resorted to personal attacks, despite all claims that I have. And like I said, I really don't want to make this video. However, I, along with Barbarossa, have been targeted in a hit piece, and it can be described as nothing else but a hit piece, by none other than Rocky Mystery. To say I'm disappointed is an understatement. That someone would create a blog where two names are mentioned repeatedly and inserted into a context which, if you look at it, is absurd. Um, I'm not going to try to rebut what he said. I mean, we've been through this a million times. But the claims are usual. We're Marxists, we're feminists, we're sorry, just like the feminists, we're Marxists, we're radicals, we're separatists, we're pretenders, and so on and so forth. But the context and the way he frames everything, and I will of course post the link. But I mean, I'll just read off some of the stuff. You can read it for yourself. Since there's been a surge of leftists and male separatists in the MRM fist pumping in the air whenever Barbarossa started us make another video, I thought I'd lend a helping hand by converting the Red Stockings Manifesto, which was to my knowledge, a feminist manifesto of the late 60s and early 70s, from a female perspective to a male one. Blah, blah, blah. And it goes on, and it ends on the rather unwitty note, June 15, 2012, Red Reaches P.O. Box Barbarossa Stardust Station. I mean, to be quite honest, I have no interest in continuing this conflict. I don't even have any interest in engaging in communication with Rocky Mystery, because if anything, this hit piece. I mean, what MRM? Look, I've never created a hit piece against, nor has Barbarossa's only made responses. I've never created a hit piece towards any MRM. Look what he writes. Now, mind you, this nonsense that he writes, that we're just like the feminists and we're Marxists and God knows what else. He was literally called out on his own channel by none other than Man Woman Myth, whom everyone respects on YouTube, for saying it's inaccurate and not appropriate to call us radical. And what did he do? He simply said, "Thank you for your contribution, but I have to get rid of the radicals," and so on and so forth. So, but I just want to show everyone who watches, even those who don't like me and like my message, to see what kind of character this man possesses. Because I can assure you, he doesn't have very much of a character at all. If he's going to resort to these kinds of disgusting hit pieces, which bespeak a character either non-existent or minimal, I'm just really in a state of shock that someone would make a blog. I mean, yes, it is the internet, but even with all our differences. For example, let me cite Pine Grove 33. I disagree vehemently with him on many, many things, but I'm extremely fond of him as a person. He's always engaged with me, at least in PMs and elsewhere, in honorable terms. He showed concern when I was ill and I had to have a tumor removed, and so on and so forth. I mean, this is the difference. You can totally disagree with someone, and I don't even totally disagree with Bernard. I disagree with some of his stuff. But you can still be very fond of someone, as I am of Bernard. But look at this stuff. I mean, look at this disgusting hit piece. I mean, those of you who are adherents to the other camp, and I can't really call it anything but that if people are going to call people out by names and insert them in really disgusting blogs like this, look at what your idol or god is doing. I mean, this is just not the way adults who respect each other conduct themselves. Now, as far as being called a separatist and all this, I don't want to address it too much, but the fact is that you can't address any issue, at least with regards to Rocky Mystery, without being called a separatist or a radical. So if I talk about the worldwide male suicide phenomenon, I'm simply talking about male victimhood and talking about how males are exploited. I'm not showing concern for my fellow men, some of them whom I personally know have been afflicted and affected by suicide or anything of the like. You simply can't win with him. And I'm just deeply disappointed. I mean, I thought he had an ounce of character, but this blog, this hit piece, and I'm sure he'll see this and he'll post a lot of nasty comments, and he's welcome to do so, and he'd call me a victim or having a victim mentality. But Mr. Rocky Mystery, when you watch this, and I'm sure you will eventually, let me remind you that no one in the MRM has ever posted a hit piece against someone else, regardless of how strong the differences in their points of view were, and regardless of how much deviation there were in their approach to the MRM. I mean, this is really just plain disgusting. And I think anyone with a shred of character, a shred of morality, and a shred of respect for their fellow human beings and their fellow men for that matter, will see this. This should be beneath you, but obviously it's not. And that's all I have to say about it. Look at what he writes. Look at the tone of it. It is nothing else but disgusting. I wanted to stop engaging in this constant dialogue between the two camps, and I hopefully this will be the last thing I ever have to say about it, because Rocky Mystery has proven irrevocably for me that he has no interest in actually talking about issues, and that the only thing he cares about is putting other people in a bad light and making sure he's quote unquote right. I mean, I'm just shocked. And my viewers and his viewers, if you want to look at this, have a look. I'm sure many of you will agree with him. But like I said, anyone with any ounce of respect for his fellow human beings or his fellow men, and the fact that whether you agree with our methods or not, but I'm speaking for Barbarossa as well, since we're both cited by name, we both do this because we are concerned for our fellow men, and that doesn't make us separatists. And the fact that we actually want true equality for females, we mention it many times. That doesn't make us separatists. I mean, this is, I don't know what else to say, but look at the blog and look at it and think for yourself. Be the judge for yourself. What kind of person posts this kind of disgusting hit piece slash character assassination? Someone who's supposedly supposed to be some sort of ally. It's really beyond me. Have a look for yourself. Rocky Mystery, you have lost every ounce of respect I ever had for you. You are a human being with almost no morality, no respect, and henceforth, I don't, I'm just totally shocked. I'm really shocked. And I even think your fellow allies will be shocked about this too. You could learn a lot from Bernard. He's a really good guy. He has a lot of character and a lot of respect. You have none. Grow up.